Hi, I'm Tracy Danielson. I am the Roadways Manager at the City of Saskatoon. So as Roadways Manager, I am responsible for summer and winter maintenance of Saskatoon streets and sidewalks. So in the winter, that looks like snow clearing, and in the summer months, that looks like repairs such as potholes, sidewalk repairs, and street sweeping. A typical workday, I spend most of my time in the office. I am a manager, so we have about 180 crew members that are out in the field doing work, but I'm mostly coordinating from the office. So our mornings start early, our crews start early, and I spend a lot of my time in meetings, planning our work, putting in processes, monitoring how things are going, and making tweaks along the way. So my career journey started with studying engineering at the University of Saskatchewan. I studied civil engineering, and as part of my university training, I actually did an internship, and that included 1 year work experience between my last couple years of school. My internship was with the Ministry of Highways and Infrastructure in Saskatchewan, and that introduced me to transportation engineering. I fell in love with the field of transportation, and I still work in it nearly 20 years later. I started with my internship at Highways and just like I said, fell in love with transportation. After I finished university, I returned there and started as a project manager. So as a project manager, I was designing and building roads. I was out in the field with surveyors and large construction equipment, and I did that for several years. Throughout my career, I've been given many opportunities, and so I started with being on-site managing work, and then as my career progressed, I started to be responsible for the people that were doing that. So I worked at Highways for just about 15 years, designing and building roads, and then I came over to the City of Saskatoon, where my focus is on operations and maintenance of roads. So when I finished university, I started with Saskatchewan Ministry of Highways and Infrastructure, and there I was building roads. And so I was on various job sites with the crews, things like surveyors and heavy equipment, building roads. Over the years, I started taking on more responsibilities and moving more into a management role. So now, today, I work at the City of Saskatoon, focusing on operations and maintenance of roads, whereas before I was focusing more on designing and building roads. Yes, I studied civil engineering at the University of Saskatchewan, but that really was the beginning of my training and development. That was for sure very important for entering into my field, but it was really important once I got into the workplace to continue my training and development. So I've taken a lot of courses over the years on leadership and management, as well as trying to grow my technical skills, attending things like conferences and webinars. So while university was the building blocks of my career, I have had to continue learning and growing throughout my entire career. I would say if you're going to study engineering, you very likely need to be interested in math and science. There's a heavy emphasis on that during your training that you'll have at university. But once you enter the field of engineering, there's a lot of different paths that you can go on. For me, I really enjoy working with people, and so I definitely went more into the management stream, but there are a lot of engineers that continue working in much more technical-based fields. I love working with people and solving problems with others. It's very satisfying to start with a problem, collaborate with other people, look at some options to see what we might be able to do, and implement those solutions. I love engineering because you get to see the results of your work. It's a very tangible thing. So right now, we're in winter operations at the City of Saskatoon, and so I can drive around Saskatoon and see the results of our work, how the snow clearing work that we've been doing and the application of de-icing materials is improving traction, has really made a difference. So that is one of the things that I love about my work. I think engineering is essential. Engineers design and build all sorts of different infrastructure, and society depends on infrastructure. So I think there's so many opportunities, especially in the field of civil engineering. Maybe that might be in the field that I work in transportation engineering, but maybe that might look like building buildings or water treatment plants. There's just so many different opportunities, but the world needs engineers, and so I think it's a great field to enter. My advice to a high school student considering the field of engineering is that be prepared that school is going to be pretty demanding. It's going to take dedication to get through that, but that the career afterwards is very rewarding. I would recommend to somebody considering the field to reach out to someone, whether that be in engineering or if you're considering something else, to talk to them about what their career has been like and what maybe it might be like working in that field. I don't think that there's a wrong answer for high school students, to be honest with you, but there might be a wrong answer for them. And so please, I would suggest considering your interests when selecting where you're going to be. I went to high school with some very talented women who pursued careers in anthropology and sociology, and that was a great fit for them, but definitely wouldn't have been a great fit for me. Engineering is a male-populated field. Please don't consider that when you're making a plan for yourself. As a woman in this field, I can say that it is a great career. Just think about what is best for you and know that hard work and dedication will get you wherever you want to be.